Institute for College Access and Success's December 2014 data, based on research done in 2012, tells us the current U.S. student loan debt stands at $1.2 trillion. This number is more than twice the amount of debt from just 5 years ago. As a university student myself, this economic crisis affects me even more directly than the average taxpayer. For this reason, I will use the platform of this project to explain the history of student loan debt increases and projected trajectories of what these numbers mean to our financial future as a nation to answer the following question. What reformative actions could be administered to reduce the U.S. student loan debt? Following TICAS data, 71% of all United States college or university seniors will graduate with student loan debt. The average value of this debt tops $29,000. A report conducted by CNN explains this phenomenon as being driven by rising costs of tuition and school fees combated with reductions in family incomes. And this number is still rising, at an average rate of 6% per year from 2008 to 2012 to be exact. Fortunately, Florida's numbers are slightly lower, with the average graduating senior leaving with around $24,000 of debt and encompassing only 53% of the student population. However, upon deeper inspection, about half of the loans currently being repaid aren't scheduled to be completed within the next 10 years. This worries many economists, who envision a future where citizens will reach retirement and not have enough money saved up. Well, what about that future? Sadly, in 10 years' time, the average debt is predicted to equal the median annual earnings of a graduate. Things seem to only be getting worse. That is, unless the following parties follow this advice to turn things around. First, the government. Government agencies require better counseling, information sessions, and outreach programs directed at those about to enter repayment or sign to a loan. Students themselves can volunteer as liaisons and use available data on delinquency status for automatic enrollment in follow-up counseling, as well as send warnings to those who are about to enter deferment or delinquency status. Furthermore, Congress should streamline the loan servicing model to make loans less confusing and less spam-like to those who receive them. Next up, financial institutions should broaden income-based repayment options from the government to all loaners and types of loans, just as the government has done. By creating monthly payment caps, they can accomplish this goal based on percentage of income and adopt a pay-as-you-earn strategy in an effort to avoid disequilibrium in the circular flow model. This isn't a perfectly competitive model if the buyers, the students, cannot afford the goods, their education, that they're contracted to purchase. And speaking of those buyers, next up is the individual students. Individual students need to shop around and be aware that debt levels vary widely among colleges, whether they're private, public, or for-profit. A shift in picking more inexpensive schools will drive competition to lower prices, just like in any other market in the economy. Additionally, students should look towards the future and pay as much as they can early on through additional payments or rounding up on their payments. This will take years or months off the payment plan and save additional money on interests. And finally, and most importantly, college and universities should increase donor support for scholarships and relocate funding to need-based financial aid. Additionally, outreach, as previously mentioned, can be extended through advertising to the financial aid office in similar manners. However, the most important method of combating student loan debt is lowering tuition. Sure, colleges can do simple things, like offer more online classes to accomplish this goal. However, most importantly, Congress should lower the price floor all at once for all colleges, so students aren't afraid of losing out on lower quality forms of education. Now, these answers aren't fully complete, and there's still a lot of research that needs to be done. However, reducing debt will stimulate the economy and save tax dollars, which is very important for our success as a nation. Thank you for watching my video. This has been a project by Lindsay Edwards, and here is my Works Cited page,